3,000 contract workers in Greece who were hired during the COVID pandemic are to lose their jobs. Athens says they're no longer needed to run COVID testing centres, check vaccination passes, or to sanitize public spaces. Our correspondent, Evangelos Ipsas, reports.
Vid is looking for a new job. After almost 2 years working for the city of Piraeus as a street cleaner, he will now need another source of income. But he's not ready to go without a fight.
I'll definitely take legal action. I have a second job, but I'm already looking to replace the one I'll lose. Because with one job, it's not possible to feed a family. Life has become expensive, especially now. My future is uncertain because we don't know if there'll be any extension.
From COVID testing centers and checking QR codes to street cleaners, some 3,000 contract workers in municipalities and regions across the country will be laid off at the end of May after 2 years of working on the front line of the pandemic. The request by workers hired during the pandemic to convert the fixed contracts to permanent was denied by the Ministry of Interior, forcing the thousands of contractors to take legal actions and to protest on the streets. The workers stress that they do not cover only temporary needs, but permanent issues as well, and they claim the right to work with full employment rights and without the stress of being laid off. Although David understands he was hired because of the pandemic, what he doesn't understand is why he'll be let go when he's meeting permanent needs at the place of his work.
That's the logical thing to say. I signed a contract, it came to an end, and now I leave. But most of the regions and municipalities have told us that we cover fixed and permanent needs, with many mayors coming out in public and stating that we really need these workers. So I don't understand why lay us off and hire others that you'll need to train when we already know the job.
Even as COVID measures in Greece are loosened, the pandemic is not over, with the country recording more than 3,000 new daily cases. That could be seen as making the workers' argument even stronger. But as experts explain, it's not fair nor legal, turning temporary contracts to permanent ones, and there is no easy solution.
We really need to look where we need permanent workers, find the right people with the right skills, and then hire them. We also need to understand that we can't hire temporary workers for full-time positions just like that. There are programs in place and laws. It takes time to apply, to go through the process and find the right people. It's not fair for those who have been waiting for some time. The problem with Greece is that once people get a temporary government job, they don't want to let it go.
After the decade-long debt crisis, the pandemic, and inflation, unemployment rates went through the roof in Greece, so these temporary contracts for workers on the front line gave people a financial breather. But the announcement that COVID contracts will not be renewed leaves David worrying if he will be able to stay afloat. Evangelos Ipsas for CGTN, Athens.